Now on Denver 7 News at 5 a.m., Superior rising from the rubble. The reopening today offering hope to a community devastated by the Marshall fire.
Colorado doctors are calling attention to an emergency of children and teens struggling with mental health. We're going to take you inside a first-of-its-kind partnership to meet the need.
And time is running out for the Broncos to decide who makes the cut for this season's team. The roster moves they've just made and their big focus heading into the first game of the season.
Yeah.
But they got to be lean and mean for that, so more cuts coming.
Some of the players we haven't even seen play yet that are going to be on the
That's
team.
how it goes,
so
huh?
yeah, getting them ready for game one. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. It's going to be a hot one out there today again, Lisa.
It is, yeah, even warmer than what we saw yesterday. And we are looking at an air quality warning. It's an ozone action day alert on a sunny, hot day like this. We're going to see some high concentrations of ground level ozone. So again, that'll hit parts of northern Colorado until at least 4 o'clock this afternoon. Low to mid 60s right now. Really pretty start to our day. It's extremely comfortable out there, and we're looking at mainly 60s as you head out the door early on. Low 70s by 9 o'clock, closer to about 85 degrees by lunchtime. So it will be quite a bit warmer by early afternoon compared to yesterday. Boulder today, a high of 91. Evergreen, you're going to be about 10 degrees cooler. Parker and Castle Rock in the upper 80s, 93 in Denver. So pretty hot and dry today. We do have a chance of storms tomorrow, although this 90-degree heat's going to continue. We'll take a closer look at that on the Super 7 Day coming up.
And right now, the overnight drive is all construction related, and that's what I'm seeing right now on I-70 to the east and to the west. Ooh, I'm huge. I'll step out. This is the difference between Lisa and me. So we have some traffic over here to the west side. Take a look from the camera, and you can see that on that eastbound side of I-70. The other camera, if you would, there you go. We have this slowdown because of the traffic that's getting around this construction zone here on eastbound I-70 right by Evergreen Parkway. Westbound is really unaffected, but you still see some of the work happening right now. No drive time delays right now on the west side of town. East side of town, there is a drive time delay with that construction that lingers for us eastbound getting through 225. So if you're trying to get over to DIA, it will affect the drive for the next maybe 15 to 20 minutes and then should start to ease up here after that. The rest of the drive looks wide open for you right now.
Well, it is a monumental day for a community still reeling from the Marshall fire, where fire and wind wiped out entire neighborhoods. But there are signs of rebuilding in Superior, where people had to run through smoke and ash to escape their shopping center. They are finally able to return this morning. Check out the crowd at the ribbon cutting from last night at the Target store.
Yeah, and the Target at Superior Marketplace was one of 35 businesses damaged or destroyed. This is a map from the county showing a fraction of the lost businesses. We highlighted the Target right here. And you can see how close it is to this area in red. These were all homes that were wiped out. So for people who lost everything, today is a step toward getting back to normal. Denver 7's Christian Lopez is live at the Target, opening just a few hours from now at 7 o'clock. And this is more than just a day to go shopping, Christian. This is a day to celebrate.
It really is, and in just a few hours, the community will be gathering here to celebrate with a tailgate party. And this morning, we're already seeing workers inside the store. They're getting everything ready for that grand reopening. And this really does mean so much to so many people, and it's very evident in these photos that the town's mayor shared on his page. They held that special ribbon cutting ceremony and soft opening yesterday. You can see how many people showed up to that event. When the fire hit Superior, the store's roof caught fire, and that triggered the sprinkler system to go off, and a malfunction caused those sprinklers to not shut off for a few days. So even though the store did not burn down, it did suffer extensive flood. But you can see 8 months later, and it has been reconstructed and restocked, and it is ready to welcome those shoppers back. And we're going to stick around here as people start arriving for that tailgate party. And we'll show you a closer look at that grand reopening that is set to happen at 7 this morning. Live in Superior, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Yeah, great to see the excitement there. Thank you, Christian. Denver will be using nearly $2.5 million to boost foot traffic and retail and safety in its downtown area. That money will be used over 18 months to invest in pop-up businesses, restaurants, events, and design elements to prevent and reduce crime. The city says downtown pedestrian traffic in May was down 31% from May of 2019.
The U.S. is preparing to roll out millions of new COVID booster shots ahead of a predicted resurgence of the virus this fall and winter. The FDA is expected to authorize Pfizer and Moderna's new vaccines as soon as this week. Both target the newest Omicron subvariants in addition to the original strain of the virus. Also this week, advisors to the CDC are set to meet Thursday and Friday. So if both agencies give the go-ahead, the doses of the new vaccines could be shipped out in just days and administered as soon as this weekend. In Colorado, nearly 72% of people have gotten 2 doses of the vaccine, but only 55% have gotten at least 1 booster. And that number is even lower for kids ages 5 to 11. 38% of that age group has received the first 2-dose course. 40% of Coloradans between 12 and 17 years old have 2 doses plus a booster. A Colorado Public Radio report found Denver Health plans to make the new boosters available to tens of thousands of students in Denver Public Schools clinics at their schools. They'll also give out flu shots there.
Today, the Broncos get to finalize their roster before they make their playoff run. Actually, it's just to get ready for Game 1. Their season opener September 12th. The Broncos have to cut the roster to 53 players by 2 o'clock this afternoon. The team got a head start yesterday. They announced they cut veteran punter Sam Martin after he declined to take a pay cut. The 10-year veteran was one of the better punters in the league last season, but not that much better than Corliss Waitman, who is now the Broncos punter and who saves the Broncos about $1.5 million on the payroll. It comes as the Broncos' new team president, Damani Leach, takes over for Joe Ellis. Leach played football at Princeton and worked in the NCAA offices for 17 years, then with the NFL offices for 8, but he wanted to work more directly with a team once again. And he doesn't take lightly being the 4th minority president of an NFL franchise.
I stand on the shoulders of giants, those not just in football, but across other leagues, professional and collegiate, many of whom have been mentors to me and have reached out to me as this announcement has taken shape to really congratulate me. And I appreciate that and therefore understand the duty I have to really sort of pay that forward to the next generation.
Looking at the future of Empower Field and possibly new uniforms for the team soon enough, but right now his main priority is just making sure the Broncos have what they need to succeed this year. You can watch the Broncos kick off their season right here on Denver 7 too. The first game against the Seattle Seahawks is less than 2 weeks away. Monday, September 12th in prime time. Kickoff is at 6:15 p.m. Lisa.
And as we get closer, we'll have that forecast if you're heading out there. Right now, though, beautiful. This morning, we've got some summer-like heat building. We're going to be in the low to mid-90s here in Denver this afternoon. And so here's how we get there. This morning, it's going to heat up early on. If you want to get out for a walk, we'll be at about 71 degrees, Jason, already by 9, mid-80s by lunch.
Still looking pretty nice here across most of the roadways. Not seeing any big significant problems, crashes, stalls, things like that. You can see that on I-76 here between I-25 and I-70. We do have still some lingering road work, including to the west. We'll take a look at that for you coming up in just a minute.
Thank you for showing us what it means to come back. Thank you for changing the face of the game, whatever you do next.
The tributes pouring in for Serena Williams as she advances in her last professional tennis competition.
And row, row, row your pumpkin boat gently down the Missouri River. Why one man is traveling miles in this hollowed out gourd.